Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at one of the figures I've wanted to get my hands on for a long time. In the Predator line, it was Dutch. I always wanted a Dutch figure and then they released him, very happy. For the aliens, and it'll sound kind of weird and silly, I always wanted a Weyland-Yutani Commando. I love the design of them. In the video games, I always thought they were cool. They were like the generic bad guy. They look, in my opinion, cooler than the Marines. So finally, Neca release a Weyland-Yutani Commando figure, and I am over the moon. It looks fantastic. I'm really excited to get it opened up and out of packaging. He comes with some cool accessories as well. Just an overall cool looking figure from, of course, the hit motion picture Alien Cubed. The less said about that movie, the better. Oh, actually, I will say one thing about the movie before I get this guy opened up. The first half was good. Scary intro at the start with the face hugger on the ship, scary music. They set the film up really well, and then basically from the point that the main guy, the doctor guy, gets killed off, the film just turns to complete garbage. This figure itself looks fantastic. It looks like there's some great detail there, so I'm very excited to get him opened up and out of packaging. What I like about this figure is that it's a little ambiguous as to whether it's a cyborg or some sort of drone, or if it's an actual person that's the commando. And that's one thing that's really good. The current Alien comics, do yourself a favor and read those. I think it's Life and Death or Blood and Stone, something like that. But the current Alien comics, I was hoping I'd have one readily available, but I don't, to show you guys. Outstanding. The story behind that is basically... there's a girl who's sent in with a team of synthetic Marines to find out basically what's happened to a derelict ship, and stuff goes down. Really cool comic story that's worth reading. The read-up on the back says, after narrowly escaping LV-426, Ripley and the blah, 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 generic read-up on the movie. You can read that for yourself. That's a little sad that they didn't have something specific on the actual Weyland-Yutani Commando. Only makes a brief appearance in the movie, but is in obviously all the AVP games and things like that. Cool looking figure. Let's get him opened up and out of packaging. One last thing, sorry, I keep doing that. The other figures in this wave look fantastic. The Ripley from this set is one of the most detailed, awesome looking figures I've seen. I highly recommend the Ripley from this. It looked outstanding. I was going to pick it up until this came along. And that is, of course, this Ripley here, which looks friggin' badass. And I ended up getting this instead of the Alien one. But I was very close to getting the Alien one. The Alien 3 one looked outstanding. More on this a little bit later. Let's get the Commando opened up. Okay, and here we have the Commando opened up and out of packaging. Whilst he is a really cool looking figure and I like him, he is a little bit weird, especially some of his articulation, and we'll go through and break that down. Hopefully you guys can get a good look at the front. Lots of nice detail. He looks very accurate to how he did in the film and also in the AVP games. I have no clue what all this stuff is. I assume it's some sort of insulation. He's got like his breathing apparatus or backpack or something like that. It's a very interesting costume design. That's one thing I will give it. I'm not sure what the rationale behind it was, if it's designed to keep the aliens out or what. I'm really not too sure what the situation is there. It looks like you can do something with the backpack just on the basis that these sort of clip on and clip off, but it's definitely glued up there, so I think it's just something loose on these little waist bits here. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm trying to get it so that you can see. There is nice detail which will be very hard to view on camera, I assume, but the actual eyes that are in there look really nicely detailed. Again, could either be a person or an android, or a synthetic, I should say, like they are in the games. I'm not sure what this thing is. It's kind of like a mix between like a hockey mask and a cup, or I really don't know what it is, but interesting choice of design. Again, ball jointed head, which is good. It is a little bit restricted, if I'm honest. Nice detail. Hopefully you guys can see on the jacket there, like that old aviator style, World War II bomber jacket. It's got like a bit of a shoulder pauldron thing going on. Nice detail, what appear to be grenades. Visually, it's a very nice figure. I can't criticize it visually. Neca always do a good job with their detail. Things like having the black in there, really nice paint apps. Even the back there, you can see the scuff marks on the back of the hoodie there, the helmet. It all looks very nice. That's one thing I will say. I'm interested to see what the design rationale was behind having one silver hand, but other than that, it does look really cool. One other thing I really like that I think Neca did really well is giving him that generic assault rifle. You can see the difference in the colouring on the Marines. In terms of detail, the Marines look fantastic. They're outstanding figures. But this guy, having those little differences help make him even better. And from memory, they do have like a clean and pristine gun. They certainly don't get the action that the Marines do. But a really cool figure. He scales well with a lot of the other Neca figures that we've got. And there he is with Dutch. You can see Dutch towers over him a little bit there, as he should, because Arnie is a beast, as we all know. But a solid figure. Just in terms of the articulation, he's got a ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arms. It does look a little restricted just because of this stuff here, which is a bit of a shame. Ball-jointed elbows, ball-jointed wrists. He has a swivel in the waist, and then the leg articulation is actually a little bit weird. It's like a ball-jointed leg, but it's a lot lower than what you'd expect. Ball-jointed knees, and then ball-jointed ankles, but it's above here, so no articulation is restricted, which was, in my opinion, a really good design choice. The accessories do just come on and off. You can see that just clips in there and is pretty straightforward. He does come with a knife. Unfortunately, there is nowhere to put the knife, which is a little bit of a shame, but otherwise, a great figure. The last thing I want to say about this guy is in the packet were these stickers. I have no clue what they are or where they come from. If you know where these are supposed to go or why they were even included in the packaging in the first place, please let me know because I have no clue. Personally, this is one of my favourite Neca figures they've released, at least in a little while. If it were up to me and I could afford it, I would buy 10 of him just to have a little army of commandos. But a solid figure. If you're a fan of the Alien and Predator lure, then absolutely I think is well worth picking up. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the Neca Alien 3 Weyland-Yutani Commando.